that if you ever feel tired or exhausted, or you're trying something and it ain't quite working, or you're trying to make money and you can't seem to work it out, or you're trying to get views and the views don't come, and you feel like, oh, this is so tiring, or I want to quit, or I want to give up, just know the second you start winning, you're going to have unlimited energy to just win forever. There's no such thing as lazy. There's just people who feel demotivated as opposed to lazy. You can take any person, you can take the laziest guy, go home right now, find a guy who sits at home all day and plays video games and smokes weed and say, look, here's how you make $1 million. Here's exactly what you do. But here's a puzzle. Every time you complete the puzzle, I give you 100 grand. He'll stop being lazy because he knows exactly what to do. Once he starts winning, he'll be up all night doing puzzles, getting that money. But because he hasn't been given a very simple, clear path to the money, he can't work out how to do it, and he's too lazy to work out how to do it, so he doesn't want to do it. So you're never tired when you're winning. Whenever I feel a little bit demotivated, or a little bit tired, or a little bit under the thumb, or I feel like there's too much going on, or I'm stressed, I just go, you know what? Once this pulls off, I know I'm gonna have unlimited energy to push it to the end. And I think that's the best way to look at it. And another reason you should keep this in mind, you're never tired when you're winning, is you need to keep in mind that your enemy, if they're beating you, are never gonna give up. They're never gonna quit. They're never gonna get tired. They're never gonna get exhausted. As soon as your enemy feels like they're winning over you, they're never gonna stop. This idea that you can show weakness and vulnerability to your enemy and they won't want to kill you, I think is one of the biggest mistakes in the world. If someone says something negative to you and you go, that really hurt my feelings, that really affects me, they're going to keep doing it. Every man knows this is true. You need to make it very clear. You need to exhaust your enemy, and you exhaust your enemy by being a brick wall. A brick wall of just ignorance. Sometimes, you know, I just love being just blunt force brick wall. Let's put it on a personal level. Let's forget about the jail and the Matrix and all these things. A personal level. A girl will say to me, "You're so arrogant." I say, "Nah, I'm too humble." "You're so arrogant." Da, da, da. If I say, "Don't call me arrogant," blah, blah, blah. If I show I care, she'll go forever. Just like, no, I'm the world's most humble man. I'm so fucking humble. I'm so humble. I just double down on it to the point where I'm in a brick wall. I let her exhaust herself, knocking her head against the wall before she goes, "You know, I give up." Your enemies are never tired when they're winning, and you're never tired when you're winning. And that's something to keep in mind.
So recap, guys, and so stay motivated, guys. Trust me, to transform yourself is so much harder than actually being in shape, okay? Right now, if you guys have been in the gym from January on, you're probably getting to that point like, fuck, I'm not seeing it. You guys are weeks away from seeing the first signs of that transformation. You guys are right there. Don't give in yet, okay? Let's keep that motivation alive. One, we pick an end state, a goal out there that keeps us self-accountable, makes today worthwhile. We get a partner to help us get to the gym so we get the most out of our reps and sets and everything else. And then we learn from them and us going through it together, battling each other, perfection, champions. That's what they do. See, hey, is this working for you? Yeah. Okay, it's not for me. What am I doing wrong? Oh, I see now. Okay, good. Find a new environment. Track your records, guys. Seeing where you are to know where you've been and improving, learning from that to really break these plateaus, and then pacing yourselves, guys. You guys can't not do a New Year's resolution and say, hey, so there's 4 factors, right? There's your cardio, there's your lifting program, there's your nutrition, and then there's your sleep. Those 4 things, you can't change all 4 of them at one time and expect any kind of success. It's too much to bear, you guys. Pick one thing at a time. Once you guys have your handle on that and that's feeling good, then add something else to the plate. Don't throw everything on that's going to be overwhelming. You guys are going to burn out, guys. So if you guys haven't been in the gym or anything else, don't be like, all right, this year, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to wake up, I'm going to run a mile in the morning. That's how I'm going to start my day. Then I'm going to go to the gym, I'm going to work out for an hour and a half, and then I'm going to eat nothing but you know, brown rice and chicken. And by the way, you used to eat pizza every day, and you never ran, never been to the gym, you know. And then I'm gonna get 8 hours of sleep every night. But usually, you know, you're drunk every night, and you're up until 3 in the morning, and nursing a hangover at 6 when you get up. You know, to do all that changing in a day is not gonna happen. Yeah, it'll happen for a day or two, but then you're gonna get burned out. So pace yourself, guys. And the last thing, take an honest look about what's going on in your life. What's working, what isn't working. What isn't working, really examine it. Find out what you're doing to cause it, okay? And if it's not you causing it and you honestly think it's something else, or someone just holding you back, guys, as much as it might hurt, cut them loose, man. Cut them loose. You're gonna find such more growth and opportunity, and you become a better person, stronger person, where you're really able to help them if you want to later in life.
The stress test, no matter what situation, just keep living. Just keep living. At the end of it, what else are we gonna do? Now, can that mean daily make the most life-affirming choices? Yeah, it can mean that. Can it mean to the agoraphobic to get out of the house, man, go across the street, go get the mail? That might be just keep living. Can it mean to the 18-year-old extrovert who loves to party and is a social animal to maybe stay home one Thursday night and read a book? Yeah, maybe that's it for that person. And then on a spiritual level, you're not gone after you leave this life. My dad passed away, he was physically gone. That's what Just Keep Living came from, because I tried to maintain a relationship with him and live into become the man that he was taught me to be. To honor his moving on from this life. So, keep him immortal. So, that finish line being, which is a long way to project, what's our eulogy, what's the deathbed? We can even go, what if we go a couple generations past? How far can we go past it to go? Those lessons, those gifts can come even later. I can be honoring, will my children honor me after I'm left this life through what hopefully I'm teaching them, they're learning from me and their mother now in our household.
By no means am I an expert at this, but I do know a lot about living the sewer of life. I've been getting a lot of emails from different loved ones about people who have killed themselves. My next door neighbor 2 months ago, she just killed herself. Tons of veterans I know, they killed themselves. I got an email 2 weeks ago from a family member that an 11-year-old boy killed himself from people at school bullying him. One thing about life is that people in life, they are the ultimate puppet masters. They exploit your weakness and they love to walk you around life and own space in your head. One of the biggest ways to cut those strings and walk on your own 2 fucking feet to your own destination in life is to build self-respect, self-esteem, self-discipline, all those things. Stay hard is not just about going to the fucking gym. Stay hard is about going that extra step when you feel like you can't. That's what builds self-esteem and self-respect. Stay hard.
I think it's understanding there's no replacement for persistence, as simplistic as that is. It's like, disappointment either destroys you or drives you, and you have to decide which one it's going to be. If you don't consciously decide, there's always going to be more BS for you to deal with. And but that's why I think, when I do my events, the reason I do the 12 hours a day, it's not because I like talking. It's just that I can tell you something all day long, or I can get you to build the muscle.
Yes.
And the build a muscle is by experiencing. And I always tell people a belief's a poor substitute for an experience. Like, I could have a belief about you, but now I experience you. So I get to know who you are, right? The same thing's true as, like, you have a belief about China, you have a belief about working out. So I try to give people experiences that are so profound. And then, the studies they did, they found people 12 months later, 11 months later, we're still in the middle of COVID. They did my digital seminar. And they measured my body, like, the amount of times I jump 1,000 times in a day, and I weigh 282 pounds, and I come down 4 times the body weight, so it's 1,000 pounds times 1,000 pounds of pressure. My lactic acid, if you've ever been with a friend and you're running and you can't talk, the point you can't talk is a level 4 of lactic acid. I'm at an 18 and still speaking. So they decided to do that on my audience, and they found an interesting pattern. It's the same group that works with some of the Super Bowl champions and some of the Stanley Cup champions and so forth. There's a ratio in the body of testosterone versus cortisol, the stress hormone. And when the ratio is balanced, they call it the championship bloodline or bloodstream. It literally gets you to follow through. So when they did my audience in my live seminar, they found that people literally mirror me all the way through the experience.